Oh, I am hot. I'm hot because I'm never wrong. Where's chat? Where is chat? They thought we had one Vindication. They didn't know about second Vindication. Here we go. Here we go. I should be live. Well, look what the cat has dragged in. All I ever wanted was the truth. That's all I ever wanted. And I was ridiculed. I was mocked. I was shunned. But now the truth is revealed. And I was the one leading you to ascension. And you mocked me for it. Are we all doing welcome, mate? Let me get my mate. I haven't got the milk list up. I haven't even got, mate. I can't wait. Where's Hamish? Where is Hamish? David, mate, thank you so much for the gifted membership. Lost Lieutenant, I don't know why it's not popping up. Alerts are all broken. Lost Lieutenant, Az, mate, thank you so much. I appreciate you all, gentlemen. You're all bloody amazing. And Sneedle, mate, thank you for your gifted membership. So, yeah, if you're unaware what's going on, they've announced Total War 40k. Some people love it. Some people are hating it. Some people are trying to drama farm because, you know, the sad cunts. But that's what it is. Didn't wear that to the meeting, though, did you? I mean, I should have. To be fair, it was hot in the day. Terrain and Nids, mate, thanks for the gifted membership. You are still mocked and ridiculed. No worries, says Todd. Thanks, Todd.
You still are mocked and ridiculed. No worries.
Why do people hate it? From what I've been reading, I say people, right? Of course, there's always going to be people out there that dislike anything that's... You can make the cure for cancer and someone would dislike it. Do you know what I mean?
I'm turning red from all the tomatoes I'm eating.
Jonathan, stuff them up your ass, mate. That's where they belong. Right? Spurs in the bin. Just like you. I eat jeans, stealer ass. Jonathan, mate, thanks for the donation. I appreciate you both. Total Fog 4 looks good. Learned a bit. Would really like to one-on-one tabletop live action.
And we thought the British were insufferable before. Tomato emoji. Still not as bad as the French, though.
I eat jeans, stealer ass. I am waiting on your memberships. There's a lot of people in this chat that owe me memberships. Now, I'm going to let you gift them. I'm not going to call you out. Because you know that I'm right. Now, I'm going to let you be the bigger man here. I'm going to let you be the bigger man. Lead us to ascension like a G-Stealer cult. Right, so, yes, there's some people... From what I've been seeing, it's people who are, like, into Total War, like, historicals and stuff like that. Some people are still not convinced it's got to work, if that makes sense.
Our strength grows.
I understand their concerns. I've actually just got sent an interview from a German company, and I sent it to my granddad in Argentina, who's translated it all for me. And tomorrow I've got a massive video coming out, and mate, there's so much more information. It talks about the campaigns. There's like 3 different types of campaign stuff. It talks more about like the actual units and the warfare, mate, all that type of stuff, mate. There's a lot of stuff to talk about tomorrow. I've recorded it today, and I'll put it out tomorrow.
Please say you said Kill Team 47 in the meeting.
I never said Kill Team 47. I never said Kill Team 47. Mate, it was a really interesting interview we had today. Those guys at Warlord were absolutely amazing. Logan,
protocol engaged.
Valkyrie.
Hang
on, mate. Let me catch up on all these bloody memberships. Dawn Lives. Thank you, Dawn. I appreciate you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mate, remind me to remind Daka that I'm not going to Hobby Workshop tomorrow. Lost Legion, mate. Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, mate. I massively appreciate you. Welcome back. Mac, mate, thanks for the gifted membership. Again, I appreciate you all, guys.
Hopefully the custom chapter customization is extremely in-depth.
I'm hoping
really
that.
excited to possibly bring my homebrew chapter even further to life.
I would
Hail
love
the
if
Saturnine
we're
fists.
able to
Last wall
upload
protocol
our custom
engaged.
decals and stuff
Our
like that.
strength
I would love
grows.
to make the Reclaimers of Dawn. I would love to do a full-on campaign with the Reclaimers of Dawn, as I appreciate the big donation. Cuba, mate, thanks for the gifted membership. Terrain and Nids, thank you. Evan,
Type in chat
Dark
now,
Horse,
you dirty
Cuba.
tomato throwers.
Mate, they're nowhere to be seen. Lord Vaughan, Sky, guys, thank you for everything. Tim, mate, thanks for the 5. I appreciate you all. Right, should we jump into some of the... Again, mate, it's mostly Reddit.
Drama?
It's mostly Reddit with a drama. Again, some people are saying to me, Valrak, they're going to milk you for DLC, which I think they will do anyway. That's always been a CA thing, right? Like, I've made no arguments against this. I've always said
getting a GW
that's one of the big
paycheck.
things.
You're just asking for tips.
Mate, a lot of people think I am on GW's payroll. I'm not, right? They couldn't afford me. But I thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. I feel like custom Imperial Guard regiments won't have enough customization. You see, when it comes to Guard regiments, again with Cadians, they come in all types of camo and stuff like that. But if you're doing Imperial Guard regiments, I want Vostrians, I want Mordians. Do you know what I mean? That's what I want with my
I take back
customization.
some of my tomatoes.
Some, Cuba, take them all back. Wait, didn't Cuba bet me 50 memberships? Mate, where's Dakar and the big book of grudges? He wrote some of these names down that owe me 50. Right?
This is pretty par for the course in the TW lifetimes. When Warhammer Fantasy was announced, people said the same things. Magic/monsters won't work.
Again, mate, from this interview that I've got tomorrow, mate, apparently everything's destructible. Every bit of terrain's destructible.
So mad that the pre-alpha in development game engine footage doesn't meet my expectations of a fully finished game.
So, mate,
Scammed. Rolling eyes face emoji.
Dakar, well, it's just going to be me and you, Dakar. No one else is coming, mate. Unless you want me to come, me and you. You want me to come with you? I'll come with you. We're not going to have a 2 versus 2. I mean, I do what you want. It's entirely up to you. You tell me. Saw the chap donate 50 this morning who totally missed. Oh, mate,
You
did I?
can put those memberships in the same place as you wanted the reasonable people to stuff those tomatoes.
Everyone who gifted memberships last night, I'm going to go back on that stream, you know, from the announcement and add you all down. I just haven't had time to do it yet. I had no mods in chat. They all left me because
Do
they're
you
all
think
fucking knobheads.
Perturabo is studying impregnating men to use his research on Dorn? Dorn still owes child support for Ansu. Typical loyalist abandoning.
What the fuck is going on with you guys? Why are you so weird? Right? Why are you so weird? I will add him, Adron. Don't be a
Warhammer
bastard.
Fantasy fans had to deal with historian nerds' hate for years. Games Radar done a video interview.
Yeah, mate, I've seen that interview. There's some nice announcements. There's some nice stuff in there. I'm not calling Game Radar out, but there's a better German article out there, which I've done in a video. GW deleted your comment. I don't think they did. I can still see it. They may have hid it. They may have hid my comment. Tell you what, right? Go to the GW video. Can you still see my comment? Well.
I just like throwing tomato emoji to keep Val humble.
Can you guys see it? Can I link the article? I haven't got it on me at the moment, mate, but I'll put it in Discord. Send me a message on Discord, mate, and I'll send it over to you. I don't think they deleted. I don't think they would delete it.
You never agreed to my bet.
Whoa. Yeah, I agreed to all bets. Mate, this guy is trying to wriggle out with it again. May you live forever, Cuba. May you live forever. I agreed to every bet because I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. I was taking all bets. Right? The house wins. I was taking it from every side. Right? Don't start this with me.
Val, have fun on me. Picture ideal Space Marine style game set during the Horus Heresy. Chapter, character, theater of war, how it starts and ends.
Requisitions arrive.
I've always said, right? I've always said a Horus Heresy Space Marine type of game would be mega.
If it's all skins, it's gonna be like COD or Fortnite microtransactions. Man-made horrors beyond our comprehension.
I don't think it's going to be anything like that, right? I think you're going too far. I don't think it's going to be anything like that. Rich, mate, thanks for the gifted membership, brother. I massively appreciate you. Again, everyone, you're all amazing. Thanks for the super chats and donations. You're all amazing. Insider information is a scam bet. It's not a scam. I had no inside information. I just knew it was coming. I felt it in my bones.
The most exciting reveal was London Simulator.
The London Simulator getting shanked. Every new army will be paid DLC. Unless you're a content creator that's on, their creator thing, you'll be getting it for free. Me and you, the average Joes, will be paying for it.
Not gonna lie, I thought we were getting Medieval 3. Never gonna deny the foil again.
We are getting Medieval 3 as well, Patrick. That got announced last week. Hey, Val, sent you DM on an English interview for 40k Total War. Thanks, Lionheart, mate. I appreciate it. Is it the game review one? What was it called?
Zirkovich and Milk and Cookies played it in May with 8 tubers. You should join CA Content Creator Program.
Mate, I would love to join the CA Content Creator Program, but I'm not allowed, sadly. Here it comes. Here comes the story. For those people who don't know, I am blacklisted by Games Workshop. There's certain people in the marketing department that dislike me. They dislike my rumors, they dislike my content, what I do, how I talk, what I talk about. And because of that, any GW product is not allowed to have me a part of that program. I get no review codes, I don't get early access, anything like that. Because they say to him, do not give this to Valrak. That's what it is. That's what it is. So, I would love to be a part of it, but I don't think that's going to happen. I would absolutely love to be a part of it. Love to be a part of it, but there's people at the top who dislike me. Watching Valrak is a microtransaction, it's true. Didn't they invite you to play at Warhammer World? No. I've never. The only time I've gone to Warhammer World is when I've gone off my own back.
Why though?
Why though? It's probably because of the rumors. Well, it is the rumors. DLS World, yeah, mate. Milk and Cookies. Sotek played it as well, if I'm not mistaken. I think he said on his stream he may have played it. Was it him or was it Milk and Cookies? It was one of them. But let's put it this way: there's been a lot of YouTubers that have played it. Oh, should I say played that early build? Horus Heresy Battlefield type game. Let the seas boil. I don't think a Battlefield game with Horus Heresy would work. It would work if it was Guard, but not Space Marines. Milk and Cookies played it. Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he played it. He does like a lot of Total War content, right? Thanks, Woodin, mate. I appreciate it. I'll use it in my video tomorrow. Val didn't finish the answers of my super chat. Scam that begins. Sorry, mate. Didn't I finish it? What was it? Val, have fun on me. Pitch your ideal Space Marine style game. Yeah, mate. A Horus Heresy game that's basically Space Marines. I would love it as one of the defenders because you have to play as the good guys, right? Not the bad guys. So maybe something where the chapters switch, where like one time you play as an Imperial first, then as a White Scar, then as a Blood Angel. Maybe a mission where you play as one of the Primarchs. That'd be pretty fucking cool.
Requisitions arrive.
Right? T-Monster, thanks. Dude, I appreciate you. And Patrick, mate, thank you. 1, 2, 3,
Congrats
4,
on
5.
the Vindication.
All the Vindication, mate. Yeah, creators played a build back in April and May. Game Riot, right? Hand on heart, I'm surprised they never invited you. Mate, you've got nearly close to, what, 3 million subscribers?
Engaged. Our strength grows.
You are kind of a big deal, even though you like dogs. Chaos Space Marine First DLC. They did put a Q&A out. Well, they answered one Q&A question, and they said it's not launching with Chaos Space Marines. But they are, well, Chaos is in the plans, like every other big faction. What, right? The rumor I heard, and it, mate, right? It came out that Eldar, Orcs, Imperial Guard, Space Marines. The rumor I heard, those are the 4 factions that are indeed a part of it. Mate, it's actually over here. If you switch over, you can actually see it all over here. The announcement and stuff. The Space Marines, the Guard, the Orcs, the Eldar. Yeah, they put a couple of screenshots over here of like customization and stuff.
Our strength
but all those rumors came true. And again, from what we've seen, from what they've said in interviews, the way the Galaxy map rumors, that is also true. So all that information I got from those sources, I believe,
Punch fights
100%.
are borderline Dragon Ball Z fights.
Primarch fights. Yeah, mate, that would be amazing. Just fucking punching the shit out of each other. Gaming, mate. Gartalectic Gaming. Mate, thanks for the big 5, dude. Sorry, mate, I've just fucking done your name. It is member models tonight. If one of the mods want to open it for me, please, I'd appreciate you. 1 post, 1 picture per person, right? 1 post, 1 picture per person. If you post more than 1, I'm just skipping it. I'm skipping it. Tim, mate, thanks for the £10, mate. I appreciate you as well.
Do you think we'll see some element of Void Warfare in the Total War 40k game? Seems like a big aspect of the setting to miss out on given its interplanetary warfare.
Again, in the interview that I've got coming out tomorrow, apparently there is no naval combat for now.
So stoked for all of the knobs having terrible opinions.
There is mentions of upgrading your fleet, which means probably
for the next 2 years about what might happen.
Better ships, so your army doesn't get wiped out going from planet to planet kind of thing. Thanks, Woodimp. Member models is now unlocked, guys. So stoked for all the knobs having a terrible opinion based on a Valrak stream trailer complaining for the next 2 years about what might happen. Mate, there was a certain video, I'm not even going to say the content creator's name, because he's an absolute bellend. But, mate, he put a video out, and the amount of ratio he got, I was just laughing. Mate, he got ratioed on Twitter, Facebook. Every social media platform was just laughing at this individual. He was an absolute massive bellend. He just farms drama because he's got a sad little life, right? He's just a sad person with a sad little life. I don't even want to say his name because I just don't want to give him the time of day because that's how much of a sad cunt he is. But, mate, I was laughing at it. Video ratioed, everything ratioed. I think he should rename his channel to Mr. Ratio. Everything. Check title of the stream. Mate, I farm it in a good way. You should know this. You leave Mikey alone. Poor Micah. Isn't CA showing off more in the game? Yes, so 16th of December, so next week, apparently we're getting even more information. I'm not sure if it's going to be gameplay footage. I hope it is gameplay footage, but we're getting more.
Like Black Templar game.
Is there any other model reveal shows for this Christmas? The only other model reveal we got to get, mate, is on Christmas Day. There may be a trailer dropping before the new year, like what's coming in 2026. I'm not sure if they do that a couple of days before New Year's Eve or a couple of days into the new year. Yeah. Yeah. Did you also see the Dreadnought had a different weapon when they showed off the customization? Mate, it's... From what I've heard with Space Marine stuff, again, hopefully you guys can clear this up for me. The way it was described to me with the rumors that have all come true is that is it the Bloodthirsty DLC for Total War Warhammer? It's like one of the Demon DLCs where you go in and you customize your chapter that way. That's basically your chapter master if you don't take one of the main heroes. And you can make your own little story adventure with your own guy. So, mate, I think the Space Marine, the Guard, the Eldar, the Orc stuff, I think it's going to be massively customizable. Massively customizable.
Last Wall Protocol engaged. Our strength grows.
Nils, mate, thanks for coming back. I massively appreciate you. And again, Tim, mate, thank you for your 5, dude. Mate, hopefully we will get Void Combat going forward in the future. Are you going to get the new Dawn of War and Total War? A lot of people are saying that both the games are similar. I understand where they're coming from, right? They kind of do look similar, like from what we've seen, but they're not going to be similar. They're not going to be similar.
It's right? The Demons of Chaos faction. Kit Bash.
They're going to be completely two different games. All I'll say is just wait till we get more information. A lot of people are assuming at this point in time, which, you know, if you assume, you make an ass out of you and me.
Are Blood Angels in it?
Technically, yes, you can make Blood Angels because it's custom chapters. If I was a betting person, this is what they're going to do. They're going to have, like, symbols for you to make the Blood Angels like this in the background that you're saying. But, down the road, they will release a specific Blood Angel DLC, which will have stuff like maybe the Sanguinor, Dante, Mephiston, right? Those type of legendary characters. That's the same for the Space Wolves, the Dark Angels, etc. I think that's how they're going to monetize it. Did you see the game radar interview? We can watch it if you want. Do you want to watch the game radar interview together? And we can go through it all? I'll do it now if you want to do it. They get to sat down with the developers if you want to do that. It's entirely to you guys. CA is going to have years of DLC from this. Mate, this game is going to be milked.
Have years of DLC from this.
No, it's not the German one. Sadly, the German one is in text format, but if it was in English, I couldn't translate it anyway. I could call my granddad in Argentina and ask him to live translate it for us, but he's probably out doing things. The wording suggests multiple locations per planet. Yes. I want to see you shave your eyebrows. Well, you're not going to see that, mate. You're not going to see that because I was right and you were wrong. I was right and you were wrong. They will release a third Calgar before anything other than the Ultramarine. I know what's coming in 2026. Me inside Mrs. Lemon. Here's AJ. Mate, he's paying the tax.
I know what's coming in 2026. Me inside Mrs. Lemon.
AJ, mate, thanks for the Big 10. Again, I appreciate everyone who actually stood up and paid the Vindication donation. It's all banter at the end of the day, but you know what? You guys are loyal. Right, let me get this game. Has anyone got the interview link? Send it me on Discord real quick. Actually, I think someone's already sent it me. Stand by, guys. 1 second.
There's your 10. Enjoy.
1 second. Yeah, I've got it over here. I've got it here. So this is. Let me just turn all my music off, boys, and we can listen to this together. I will drop the link in chat in case you want to go watch it. Go over, like the stream and stuff. Of course, without these guys, we won't be able to do this. So there we go. Right. Let me form in a softer. Right, we ready to watch this? Let's do it. Sure, that's a bit loud.
For there is no peace amongst the stars. There is only
war. What do you think of the trailer, by the way? Are we all happy with it? I loved it. Hi, I'm
Andy Brown from Games Radar, and today I am with Andy and Simon. Would you like to introduce yourselves?
Yeah, I'm another Andy Hall. I am a narrative guy for the project and kind of a professional geek,
professional
master
geek
on our project.
I don't have quite so lofty a title.
Do you want it louder?
Simon Mann. I'm a campaign product owner.
Amazing. Yeah, features editor sounds very boring now, but okay. So jumping right into like,
is that fine? Okay,
the
it's fine.
details
Okay.
of it. I think everyone thought that 40k might be the next step on from fantasy for a while, but the biggest thing I've seen people sort of be like worried about is how that's going to translate into a more sort of potentially ranged heavy sort of battle system. Can you talk me through a little bit about how that's going to work
26 minutes.
Sort of how you've stayed true to the sort of formula from Total War?
Yeah, so I think primarily you have to remember a lot of our things are built on ranged combat. It's not a brand new thing for the franchise. And actually, when you look at the kind of IP itself with Warhammer 40,000, it's not just ranged as well. It's a mixture, right? You've got these kind of strong melee characters with powerful...
Again, sorry to interrupt, but it did say that in the German interview. Like, mate, in the German interview, they actually go into a lot of detail. I don't know if it mentions it in this one, but they say, right, if you're in a city map, you can destroy everything. You can bring down all the buildings down. Those buildings then can fall on people, kill them. You can use that building terrain then as actual cover and stuff like that. Like, everything's destructible. This is a part of the brand new engine now. The brand new engine. Again, mate, I've got my video coming out tomorrow, and it's me just talking for 15 minutes, quoting this interview, because it's the best one I've seen so far.
For weaponry, like charging in, but you do also have that ranged combat side as well. So with that, we've done an awful lot of improvements to our
I would love to sit down
engine,
and do one of
trying
these
to
with
bring
these
it up
guys.
to that.
Love it.
We have elements such as cover and things like that. Lots of those things you would expect from a kind of ranged combat style game. And all of those are used by your kind of various units and kind of warriors to actually kind of gain that control and power on the battlefield, while these kind of more melee-focused characters are
Sliced him in half. I love that so much.
I think, building destruction, I think people are going to be really kind of inspired by.
Oh, here we go, yeah. Let's see if they mention
it's not just because blowing up buildings is cool, and it really is, and especially when you send the drop pods down to do
Steel
it.
rain!
But then that debris will then turn into, like, cover zones for you. And I think, as Simon said, like, Space Marines, they're definitely skilled with bolt guns, but actually they're kind of like walking tanks, and once you throw them into combat, they will certainly make their mark.
What I'm picturing maybe like is like that sort of, I think Warhammer 3 already does quite well with that hybrid style unit. Is that something where you've sort of gained that experience and you've sort of built upon in 40K?
Thanks, Morden.
Yeah, so look, a lot of the units, as we've always done, can fight in both melee and ranged. One of the lovely things we've got now is we have kind of more mixed unit styles, so a bit like you'd expect on the kind of tabletop game. Like a unit of your warriors isn't just made up of one unit type, right? It's not kind of the same person. They've got different specialists, different weapon styles. If you play the tabletop, obviously, a sergeant within an intercessor squad, they're armed with a chain sword and a bolt pistol, right? Like, they are both good in melee and ranged.
On a power fist.
They kind of fill that. So not even just from the point of view of this unit is good in melee or ranged, like Seaguard or something like that. Actually, individuals within those units are also excelling at certain areas, and obviously with kind of the elements of customization we're going to bring in, like you can kind of tweak that and cater that to your own kind of personal taste, much like, I'll say, you would if you were a hobbyist as well.
So that customization...
Again, it's sounding like there's going to be a lot of customization in this game, right? At a larger scale. A lot of customization. When did exactly your granddad move to Argentina? Mate, I'm joking. My granddad lives with me, right? It's just a banter joke on the channel because people think I'm German for some reason. I don't know why. I'm the most northern person you'll ever meet in your entire life, but somehow people think I'm German and French and Welsh. Norman even. Normans are not French, right? Let me just put this out there. Normans were English. I never said I'm German. I said my mum was born in Germany, but she was born on a British army base in Germany, which is sovereign soil, which makes it British. That doesn't count to being German. Right? Technically, I'm fully British. I was just fucking around. I know you're fucking around, mate. It's just banter over here. Don't worry about it. But, mate, yeah, this is sounding like it's proper custom, like, right? Proper customization. Like, there's so much, like, they're talking about individual squads. So if you're kicking out, like, your sergeants and stuff in each squad, mate, I don't think that's ever been done before, right?
That's something that a lot of people ask for on the fantasy side. But I think even then they're going to be quite surprised at how much is actually in 40K, not just visually, but like you said, being able to mix and match weapons.
Yeah, definitely.
What was the philosophy behind going for that, like, and really doubling down on it?
I think because we're bringing in Space Marines quite early, and one of the kind of the fantasies for especially Space Marine players is want to design my chapter, and it's almost because we didn't quite get to it with Warhammer. We kind of went all out with this one, and it really is a kind of next level, probably between any game for Warhammer that we've seen. I mean, a kind of a customization guru, the one he was showing me just the other day that you can customize the fingers on the Space Marines. So that's kind of the level of
two fingers in, boys. We're going deep.
We're going to go with this. So players can like start with their chapter.
God damn it,
obviously, all the factions are going to have that to an extent, but I think the Space.
You see, these are definitely 110% dev-made ones, because I don't recognize any of these chapters. I'm a bit of a Space Marine, connoisseur, and there's not one of those chapters that I reckon. Of course, the Ultramarines, but I've never seen these chapters before. Have you? Yeah, the Dreadnought gun changes as well.
Are really going to be. We're going to see some great look.
Yeah, the plasmas again, mate. It's going to be fully customizable. Looks like the Harvard logo. Mate, no lie, one of these logos was a logo I was thinking for my Reclaimers of Dawn. They've stole my idea. The decals on the shoulder look bad. Well, don't forget, mate, right? Everything you're seeing here, everything you're seeing is a pre-alpha build. So, what I would say, any gameplay footage you're seeing, take it with a pinch of salt. A lot of things are going to be changed. A lot of things.
In Space Marine chapters out there.
I was going to use that for the Reclaimers of Dawn. The bastard stole my idea with the laurels and the sword.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm already planning mine in my head now.
But I think that's the thing is...
Third Company as well. They keep putting out Third Company for the Ultramarines. Which makes sense, right? Because Second Company is Titus now, 500 worlds. If they put the Second Company in, that means they have to put Titus into the game. Did they really want to start focusing on Titus when that is Sabres / Focus Interactive's baby? So it looks like Third Company is going to be the main company of the game, not the Second Company. Are you making the Seahorse chapter? We're not. No, everyone took the piss out of my Seahorse chapter, so I'm not doing that symbol anymore. You've all ruined it. You all ruined it. I thought you were using pink tridents for your Reclaimers. No, you all ruined that out again. You ruined everything.
Even with Warhammer, we really wanted to do customization, as you said. Yeah. But we kind of started this project with...
Who is the Third Company captain for the Ultramarines?
We're going to start with the customization because we want this to be
is it
a game
Fabian?
where you express
Fabian?
yourself.
Fabius?
And it's not about you play as this preset faction. That's what you get. Everything you're customizing isn't just aesthetic. It's mechanical as well, right? As I said, you're customizing how your kind of soldiers fight. You're customizing how your faction plays. You're customizing every single element of
David Harbour, no, yeah,
really
he's definitely voicing him.
Those players who love kind of tinkering.
He's either voicing him or...
with stuff and constantly optimizing.
He's either voicing him or Calgar.
Their ultimate faction. Yeah, we really hope.
I think there's going to be a space combat. Apparently,
well,
no.
Right? You know, see
right
what
now.
each other's
Apparently,
doing,
no.
see how they've made it. Like, it's really exciting. And even in the office, we've got people making their own factions. Every now and then we have to clear the save data because obviously we're in development, and everyone gets very sad because they're the kind of favourite.
There's lots of screenshots going around. I think it's also important to say for the lore fiends out there, you will be able to play as your preferred codex chapter if that's the way you want to go.
That's a big what? So wait, it's a preferred codex chapter. What if I don't follow the codex? What if I want to be a Black Templar, a Space Wolf? Well. Again, mate, like I said, I think they're gonna have all those chapter symbols in there so you can play them. You can make your own. I don't know what to do, boys. Mate, you tell me. Do I start the campaign doing Imperial Fists or Black Templars? We may have to do a vote. What do we go with? Imperial Fist or Black Templars? It's got to be a hard one. It's got to be a hard one. Neither, both are shit. Get out. You got a grey name. Your opinion means nothing.
And again, same with like the Orcs and the Eldari and all the other factions that we will eventually get to.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing is with this, we know that lots of players are coming from lots of different directions to this kind of game, and obviously to the IP itself. Not everyone's already into Warhammer 40,000.
Yeah.
We kind of want to cater for everyone and allow you once again to express yourself, but also play the way you want to be playing this game.
So you mentioned those first four factions as sort of like a building point for the rest of the game to follow, and I think that says a lot compared to the fantasy one, which I think the popularity of it took everyone by surprise. I was just speaking to the engine team, and they were not expecting to have to make the engine work for another decade. But how have you started 40k with that longevity in mind?
Well, we have a new engine, don't we?
Yes. So, like, primarily, yeah, we've recognised now, like, not that Warhammer was ever an accident. We knew it was something we wanted to go all in on and make everything with.
I knew it was coming. I think 4 or 5 years ago. This began.
That kind of length.
4 or 5 years ago. That's a long time.
To it. So we kind of started this with going, right, we need to rework a lot of things. A lot of systems got more and more difficult to kind of maintain and upkeep. And the requirements got big because we need to do all these kind of amazing outworldly factions. So we kind of, went, okay, we need to build something that will support us.
Is it co-op for this one? Apparently so, yes.
Kind of
There's going to be co-op.
Systems that we can build on, we can extend, we can listen to what players are after and actually start to build something that is exactly what they want, right? To make the true fantasy of Warhammer 40,000 into kind of Total War itself. So that was a big element of it.
Lehman, I think that's what they're saying. They made the engine because of this game.
That was our kind of foundation on it. But I think the next thing is, deciding who we can do now, who we're going to do in the future. Obviously, as you say, we picked the 4 factions, right? We've got Space Marines, Astra Militarum, Orcs, and Eldari. they are like our core start, right? Like they're the ones we want to begin with. But
I hate
over time,
Eldara.
we are going to deliver the other factions, right? We are going to deliver more of those different kind of gameplay styles and different experiences that you'll play with, because they're all going to play very differently, because the engine's given us a lot of power now to make the factions even more diverse than they previously were.
Yeah, I remember being interviewed for Warhammer, the first game, way back when. Yeah, I've been here 10 years now. And there was almost some skepticism we would get to do the whole thing. So in a way, I think we've got a track record. We've proven we can take the whole of a Warhammer franchise and effectively bring it
just got gifted. You have to give one forward now.
To screen, and that's certainly our ambition with this game.
And I mean, it feels very similar in tone when Fantasy was first revealed, and everyone
Thanks, Captain
just
Accurate. I
before that
appreciate
was
that.
like,
Just going to game rights question real quick. Am I right in saying that this game is in front of Medieval 3? Yes. Medieval 3 has only got concept art to it. Basically, Medieval 3 was announced to stop the historical players from flaying themselves and throwing themselves off the nearest cliff. Because if they would have put out Total War 40k and not announced Total War Warhammer, Medieval 3, they would have fucking... there would have been more rage. I expect Total War Warhammer 40,000 to be coming out either late 2026, but personally, I think it's going to be coming out early 2027. Early 27. I think it'll be out early 27. Again, that's just me. It could be out late 26, but we'll see. Right, let's keep carrying
how a flying unit's going to work, how's magic going to work, things like that. Like, CA was super confident from the start about that. Have you got that same level of confidence now that this, I guess, just works?
I think we do now. It's all working.
Oh, there you go. That'll do it.
Kind of there, but like,
With a new
I
engine,
remember the
yeah.
first time seeing a dreadnought rampaging across a battlefield, or like even
a
some of
Space
the
Marine
larger
too!
units that we have. Like, there was a
Brother.
lot of like, how do we do this? How do we actually achieve something so other? We've never done anything as big as like a Stomper or something. Like,
That's a
how
good
do
game
we
as
do
well.
it? But I mean, honestly, everyone's been absolutely amazing. putting
Magic?
together
How
going,
dare you?
It's
war-
not just like
war
we have
powers.
to do this because we're told to. We're doing it because you got to do it.
Not
Right?
as much
you
as the
can't make
Ultramarines get
this
out
ID
as
without
milk.
making these specific unit types. So we have all of that working. We have jumpers with jetpacks, right? We have kind of standard infantry. We have vehicles. We have walkers. Like all those things, partly hopefully enable.
You see, that's why I think a lot of people like can compare it to Dawn of War 4, and rightly so. But again, like the screenshots kind of look similar. But I think once you start playing these games, you'll see that they're actually different games. Definitely in the terms of product and like going to missions, because we all know what a Total War game is, right? It's a grand strategy game. It's about your resources and upkeep, where a Dawn of War game is more or less like it's about the actual battle you're in rather than the resources collecting to get to the battle, if that makes sense. So they are going to be different.
By the
And
new
of course,
engine, but
scale, yeah, great.
those things are working.
Scale's
They're
going to be a
there
lot
and
different.
available, and you're customizing those even further, right? Changing out their window loadouts and stuff. Like, it's been quite amazing to see it. And as you say, I think we were confident in doing it, but like seeing it come to life in something like totally different, I think.
Yeah, we're at the stage of the project where we're starting to, bring in like the VO and the Audible, and we're polishing our assets. And so when you start seeing it like that, and me and Simon have kind of been in the trenches on this project for a good few years now. So now we're starting to see these final kind of assets in that finaling phase going in. It does go, oh my God, this is 40k.
Yeah,
being
see,
able to bring in
mate,
like
they've been
an
working on this,
orbital
what, 2-3
landstrike onto
years,
the
let's say?
Stomper.
Probably longer.
It warms the
It's been in
numbers.
production. Again, I can see it this year.
I think one
Sorry,
thing
next
that
year.
I'm really interested in as well is how the campaign is going to work, because I think a lot of expectations are that maybe
I polish my
there would
asset
be a
every night.
system
That's
built
why the
to
grey
sort of
name. You got no
give
girl.
everyone a reason to be fighting over one planet, one
Stinks.
traditional map. But actually, you've gone the other way, and like you were saying, well, things that you feel like you have to do in 40k. I think getting the scale of that is incredible. So, like, can you talk to me a little bit about why you did decide to sort of spread out and not just set everything on one planet?
Well, I'm going to let Simon talk a lot about this in a minute, 'cause Simon's been working on that. But I think you said it there, scale is important, and 40k is about...
If it was one planet, I'll be honest with you, I don't think it would hit as big. But since it's like the galaxy, I think it's going to feel bigger. It's going to feel a lot bigger. A lot bigger. I'm glad they've done it this way. I think to have like multiple systems and stuff like that, I think it works better. Fucking knackered tonight after that stream last night. Mate, I woke up about 11-ish.
Scale. It's never just been set on one planet. I mean, that's to say there are other games that do that, but Total War, we wanted to kind of open up the galaxy. So
yeah,
that was kind of always our agenda from the start. How we actually do implement that, I'll hand over to Simon to talk about the difficult bit.
So yeah, like I think the core thing, we had this idea that when you look at the kind of tabletop game, it's very much focused on small kind of sorties around kind of individual locations on planet. Similar. That's freaking cool. Like, we love that kind of detail and attention that you get. And obviously that ties very well into Total War's battles, right? Which are kind of a very similar theme. And then we kind of looked up a step and went, well, actually, the campaign is what provides the context to those battles, right? If you were playing like a crusade, for example, on the tabletop.
Hey,
like,
Chris, mate, how you doing,
it's giving
bro?
you a reason why you're here, why you're doing it. It's giving you a meaningful outcome for having achieved
Early
those
2028?
things. So,
No,
actually,
mate, 2028 is Space Marine 3.
So you're fighting all these battles, and obviously planets are going to be a core of your kind of economic gameplay as well, right?
Yeah, so your economic
different
stuff.
regions you own will give you different bonuses and buffs that improve your overall economy.
There you go.
Standard thing, more units, more soldiers, bigger battles, kind of more.
That's good.
But then we kind of went, actually, if you look at the kind of stories that come out of this world, like if you look at kind of the Black Library and things like that, it's very rarely in one place. It's not always on one planet. Quite often it's very interstellar. This is a game in space, right? Like, so well, actually, what if we did the whole system, right? Like, what if we took an entire solar system and it's that conflict that's raging across it, right? And you're fighting
I like that.
multiple planets, multiple
I think that's the
front lines.
best.
You've got these big fleets kind of moving between them, ferrying troops, engaging in battles against one another. Like, all these things that are part of kind of the IP. But really, this is an uncaring universe, right? This is one that really, honestly, that little battle means nothing to the grand scheme of things.
Dawn of War is just one
so we
planet.
went, well, let's take that a layer
As far as I'm
Let's
aware,
go
it's just
even further,
Kronos.
and let's say this place you were fighting, this individual location, this flashpoint, right? Like, this vital battle that needed to be
yes,
won.
Phoenix Maximus, they spoke about
This
that.
is part of a
It's going to be a
grander
lot of customization,
kind
mate.
of thing going on, a grander campaign that is occurring. So we're also now taking to the kind of galactic level and saying, well, yeah, okay, you won that campaign. Well done. Look, this is now your territory. You own this, but there are more campaigns to fight, right? There are bigger stakes at play here than just a single kind of campaign or battle to play through and give you that real sense of this is galactic, right? Like,
do you know one rumor I heard, and this really does excite me. Okay, this really does excite me. I'm not sure if this is real or not, but what I heard is they will be doing player-themed campaigns, which will influence the direction of the story. So, let's say, for example, I'm playing Space Marines and you're playing Orcs. All the Space Marine players with me go and fight all the Orcs, and we win. Then the Orcs are on the back foot then with the next bit of the story where the Space Marines are pushing forward, kind of thing. If that does turn out to be true and they have like in-game events like that, then that would be pretty fucking cool. If it's like players versus players kind of thing. I would like that. Val's campaign will be blacklisted. Yep, my results in the bin. I had to eat so many tomatoes last night. You deserve it. You deserve it. Where's my 10 memberships? Where's my 10 memberships? Pay up right now.
the IP is so good at showing you that kind of grand scale to the minutiae that we felt like we had to do
I haven't
that.
played
That's the only way we
Helldivers
could really
in
be
ages.
authentic to the setting itself. So you have all of those things, and every campaign you play, there is a meaning to it, right? Like there is a bigger context. It's not just I've won the campaign.
Thanks,
that was fun.
Aitman.
It's I've won the campaign. We have this territory. We've conquered this
legend.
location. We are now able to push further into this kind of area of the galaxy and play through that way. So we really think it adds an awful lot of extra kind of feeling, right? And kind of internal narrative for you as a player to try these things out.
I think on a practical level as well, kind of, as Simon says, pulling out even further, it allows the player
master
to
at
kind of
pulling out.
pick and choose campaigns in a way that also, you know, we're being respectful of their time. You know, a Total War campaign traditionally is a, you know, it's a big time sink. You know, you're starting, and you can obviously play over several sessions, but here we've thought about there's going to be big campaigns that do just that. If you want to shut yourself away for the weekend and play a massive campaign, or if you've got an evening, you can play one of the smaller campaigns and a flashpoint system, and that will have an effect in the theatre too.
And you can even just play battles if you wish.
Sounds
as well.
cool.
Like, even on that area, there are these kind of strike battles, these very vital conflicts you need to win, where you can just send in your customized troops. I do love customization. But send in your customized troops and just fight a battle if you want. Like, if you're that sort of person who's only got a short amount of time to play, like, we're here for you. We've got something that you can do.
And because you both touched on this, the narrative side of things,
Mate, it seems
I
like
think
there's a
something
lot
that
of ways
Total
to play the
has dabbled in
game.
for quite a while is trying to find that right balance between creating a narrative to thread through that sandbox. How have you approached that here? Is there does each faction have a sort of one specific story to follow, or is it, like you said, like a much bigger story than that?
So we have these big areas. I mean, they're still in the galactic context, still pinpricks in the firmament, but we have these crusade theatres, and they will kind of drive that narrative. So what is going on here? Why are these forces here? And what's in store for the player if he continues that. So it also allows us kind of, it doesn't matter which faction you are.
Time to tell BFG and Space Hulk, best time to do
role.
it, mate.
Everyone sees themselves as a protagonist in their story, and that's going to be the same whether you're like Eldari or
Can I just say right now,
Space Marines. Which
army are you starting with?
Within the
Space
context
Marines
of that crusade theater, who's
Guard,
winning, who's
Eldar,
not, that will
or
kind
Orcs?
of
You know
slowly
me,
kind of
boys.
reveal,
Space Marines.
What the narrative
I'm going in with Space
of
Marines.
that is as well. We have got a kind of a more tightly focused onboarding narrative, much like we did with Warhammer 3. Again, we're currently developing, and that's actually going to feed into the canon of 40k. So we've got something for everyone with that.
Yeah, and I think as well, like, I think you touched on it when you were speaking.
I think we will get custodians.
You're kind of picking the narratives that you want to follow,
Game is dead on arrival. Someone on YouTube already said so. That we've talked about it, mate. We're all laughing about it.
Right? Like, why are you going there? What is your objective?
It's dead.
And you're exploring that and trying to defeat that. And all throughout, space is a terrifying thing in this kind of far-flung future. Like, there are kind of space hulks and wrecks and abandoned stations and things. There are places that
I have
you
to
can
say,
go
visually,
and
right?
explore.
Visually already, again, this is all pre-alpha, but it's looking pretty fucking nice. Again, everything looks nice when they do trailers for it and stuff, but it's looking in a decent state. Do you know what I mean? It is looking pretty decent in terms of like the maps and like the Hive City's breaking out there and stuff. That does look mega. In terms of battles, I disagree a little. Why? What do you disagree with? Final Emperor's Children. The animations already look better than GW's. Mate, I said that on the reveal. That reveal trailer, the CGI trailer, was better than any of the launch trailers that GW have done for their editions. Do you know what I mean? So, again, you can't put everything down to a CGI trailer, but if they're investing that amount of money into a CGI trailer, then hopefully we're going to get some good stuff.
And kind of gain that
graphics could be better. Well, again, this is pre-alpha.
The universe, right? I think Total
probably are going to be better.
Doing, which is showing you, yeah, okay, there's strategy here, there's important things to do, but we also try and show you that window underneath that, right? Like the actual people and the reality of this situation. So we've got all of those kind of elements.
Yeah, the building structure look really nice as well.
Touching on that a little bit more, 40k, there's so many like books and games that sort of try and show different facets of like the universe. Are there any
games?
other 40k games or Black Library books or anything that you look to in sort of seeing how they did the Let's Say scale or units or something like that?
They may as well be Scottish.
What have inspirations been, if any?
I mean, the source books are kind of always our foundational stepping stone.
Yeah.
And you know, we're in a fortunate position where we have very close ties with the guys at Games Workshop, and that's certainly continued. Black Library books, certainly. I have a massive database of all like the Black Library books and some familiar tropes that we can pluck and use. So
I wonder if they've got a dedicated writer for this.
Milieu, as a rather than anything specific or any specific game. It was kind of almost like what we did with Warhammer. What happens if we take Total War and mix it with Warhammer? And that's pretty much what we're doing this time as well.
Yeah, my Audible library is quite one-dimensional at the moment. It is largely Black Library books all the way up and down. I'll send you a book list afterwards. But yes, I think the other thing as well is like as a group,
Dead Game on
we are
Chaos
very passionate
in start
about Warhammer 40,000. Like There are tables set up downstairs.
You are the
There's
one to
people
talk
kind
about
of playing
accents.
away.
I have the
Like,
best accent.
almost everyone's got an arm. We've got a load of display cases with units that everyone's painted. Like, we're really, really into this as well. Like,
Invite me down.
and I
Come
think
on, boys.
as part of that, Games Workshop been an amazing partner because obviously we've got the enthusiasm and the excitement and so many people who know so much of the lore. They've been there to really help us kind of finesse that and turn that into something that's really, really accurate and punchy and really kind of strong hitting. I mean, you know almost everything, I always feel. But I think that's the thing is we've
I've heard
got
no one
kind of
mention about
internal
modding
burning
yet.
passion to like
Right?
do this justice and make it amazing. And really
If there's
do kind of
mods
like
for this
the
game, I
seminal
will guarantee
Warhammer
you right
40,000
now,
game from the
someone is going to
perspective of
make a
showing
Horus Heresy mod.
every part.
There's
of
going to
that. Like,
be
you talk about the narrative
Primarchs
and what he was
everywhere.
attempts, like we kind of want to be
Easy.
that game that tries to do all that. They're very greedy in some regards.
That's an
but
easy
we
thing.
do want to try and kind of give you that
That's definitely
entire
going to happen.
scope of this kind of universe.
Oh,
I
they
think
said
all
they'll
the
have it.
games do a magnifying glass in a certain aspect, pretty much like what
All
you said.
orcs are Valrak mod.
And just like what Simon says, we're not the magnifying glass.
Oh, they post
we're
about
the
mod support. Well, there we go then.
To you, torture an analogy there. We're trying to bring it all and be that kind of seminal digital version of Warhammer 40,000.
I think one thing that I'm quite interested in on the destruction side of things is that over the course of Total War, cities have been quite a tricky one to get right, I think, between entries. How have you approached Warhammer 40k, which has, I guess, the most exaggerated, impossible cities out of most settings out there? Like, how have you approached handling those?
Well, I kept saying to Rob, our art director, make the cities bigger, make them reach into the atmosphere, certainly on that campaign level.
Yeah.
But we've got a whole selection of battle maps that look absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, so like across the campaigns, because I'll begin at that level, like across the campaigns, you're going to be fighting on multiple different planets, right? Like multiple different types, from kind of arid wastelands to kind of like polluted hive cities that are there. And, you know, those hive cities are.
I wonder how big the maps are going to be.
You
You know, in terms of like your battle maps.
Ownership is really good for you, especially if you're the Imperium, but those turn into the battlefields, right? If you're fighting a battle in a hive city, you will fight in a hive city. As you said, they reach towards the sky, right? Like, and they reach down into the depths in some cases as well. Like, they are big, huge edifices. They're what we're currently calling kind of key regions, right? They are.
What army taking
like,
tomorrow about
vital
time? Your custodian's
points
got
of
to run out, isn't
infrastructure on a
it?
planet,
Mate,
but
no
they're
one's
the
going
most
tomorrow
important
now.
things to own.
Dawn lives his shit housed
They are
out.
kind of seminal
And
important.
Dak has run
battles.
off
They
as
are gonna
well.
be highly defended, difficult to take, but
No
also
one's
highly
going, mate.
impressive when you get there, right? Like, so I think we've been able to kind of unleash ourselves a little bit. I know the environment artists have, like, to show something totally scale-wise like nothing you've ever seen before in a Total War.
I think one thing that was mentioned earlier in a previous interview was that there's a lot more verticality than teams have been
go if you pay for the
experienced and
flight.
working with before. So, like,
Guy.
I guess when I think of verticality in Total War, I think one army at the top of a hill, whereas maybe in hive cities, like you were saying there, it could be a little bit more dramatic. How have you approached sort of getting into that frontier of Total War, which feels like quite a new one?
I think we've done a lot with the negative spaces on the battlefield. So, you know, if you're crossing a bridge, it's not just like a shallow river underneath. You see a chasm going into the heart of the planet. So and obviously our outfields are looking tremendous. You know, again, you're seeing like cathedrals that reach into the sky, no matter how high you point the camera upwards. And also in the outfields, we have these kind of escalation objectives.
I actually can't wait to play
you need to control via kind of capture points in the battlefields.
I'm going to say something very, very controversial, and I may get a lot of hate for this. I am looking forward to Total War Warhammer 40,000 more than Space Marine 3. Right now.
And then you'll towards the end of the battle, you'll be able to capture them, and you'll see them kind of operate, and that has a kind of a soft effect in the campaign itself.
Yeah, and I think regarding the capture points, it's actually offered us a really interesting opportunity.
That could change.
Capture points since I
Get
think
a Space Marine 3
kind of Shogun 2 with a little kind of dip into Warhammer and Warhammer Fantasy, but the ability to do it has allowed us to kind of work the space around those, right? We know where those key conflict points are going to be within all the maps, so we've been able to build scenarios around, and you've got a mixture of kind of very natural kind of undulation, I guess, of like kind of
pretty decent interview. This, to be fair, a lot of cool information. I wonder what they're going to show off next week if they're giving all this information out now.
Closer to probably our kind of settlement battles past.
There's been no date hinted at yet, mate. They've said things like the polishing the game and stuff.
With new unit types,
we've just got speculation.
Well, right?
Some people are saying next year.
You can upgrade.
Some people are saying the year after.
That changes the game, right? It's not just now.
That is such an amazing animation of the Land Raider.
Jump across the path. You can change the space, right? And we've actually worked very hard to make sure that every single
Can I put subtitles on? I don't have subtitles, mate. I'm sorry.
Types. So there's always an interesting challenge, an interesting opportunity.
You'll watch it for yourself. I'll spam it in chat for you.
Amazing. That sounds fantastic. And I guess as my last question, just to bridge the gap between fantasy and 40k now, what would you say your biggest learnings
Logan, mate, thanks for coming a member, dude. I appreciate it.
Few years, I suppose, focused primarily on the fantasy side, and like, where have you been able to bake those learnings into 40k from quite an early development standpoint?
I think the biggest one is one I touched on towards the start as we were discussing, right? Which is we knew Warhammer Fantasy was going to be big because we were working on it and we thought it was really cool. What I think we knew is we wanted to
the fantasy game was big. Basically,
I think we kind of
the fantasy game brought back the old world on the tabletop.
Warhammer DLC
I'm not even lying. That's how popular that game got.
That universe to life
it brought back a dead game.
I was working on the first Warhammer, right?
And now we've got like Cathay and stuff.
But I think us
the new Norse guys and
everything,
everything,
even from the perspective of being able to bring all that content in, be able to manage that sheer amount of content that we need to do, I think we learned a lot about how do we make a game that's going to have that much in it, right? Like, 'cause there is so much and it's all unique and different, and you've got unique animation rigs and models and maps and events and so many bits coming in that, you know, sometimes it's hard to manage that amount of stuff.
CA is known for leaks, though.
With that in mind,
I thought they kept this under wraps quite good.
Build it. So
with like the trailers and stuff and everything, information-wise.
I think the main takeaway for me, again, like Simon worked on the first one.
Will the game resurrect BFG in 40k?
The asynchronous design.
I doubt it, man.
It's strange to imagine now, but I remember even at the time in the studio, there were people were asking if we should do this. Should we give the vampire counts ranged combat, even though they don't have them in the army book? But how would that happen in the game? And a game director,
I'm buying back the tomato. I threw last night
on this project.
That's 10 memberships,
was
mate.
Very adamant that we
you
do
can't
that.
just come in like this, JD.
And
if you're wrong, you have to pay for the vindication.
By,
tell you what,
dwarfs,
for the next 5 minutes,
the Book of Grudges
I'll do it as
the Empire
I'll do it as 5 members.
Oh my God,
you have to pay the full 10.
Crazy.
I'll knock 50% off because I feel bad for you.
By the standards of Warhammer 10 years later, they seem quite tame now. so to kind of bridge to your question,
rewind the interview, go watch it for yourself.
You know, from the start,
it's on Game Radar.
We wanted kind of asynchronous design. Space Marines shouldn't act like Astra Militarum. Eldari certainly shouldn't act.
That is probably my favourite scene. Mate, this guy got Ferrus Manust. Check this out. Brother, blop. Amazing. He got absolutely Ferrus Manust. Died like a dog.
Astra Militarum, Eldari certainly shouldn't act like any other faction. They have different agendas, different wants, different styles. So I think that's where we're starting, and I think we'll carry on from there.
I think that's a good point, actually, because, you know, when you play Warhammer Fantasy, every faction you play is different. Like, I really love Scarbrand, right? Because he's not about building strong economies and powering up from that. He's about fighting battles and winning, building stronger armies, more bloodletters, please. And I really like that side of it, but he's so different to everything else, to every other faction. If you play as Kislev, right, there is a lot more of this kind of building and surviving aspect to it. And I think with that asymmetry between all the different factions, actually, you're going to get multiple games you can play almost, right? Like, yeah, same world, same rules, same universe, but the way you play with those rules, your interaction is going to change a lot depending on who you're going with.
Amazing.
Decent.
Thank you both so much for your time.
Mate, that was a really decent interview. Yeah? I think the German one has a little bit more information on it because they talk about a little bit more in terms of like the campaigns and stuff, 'cause it's all written down. But yeah, mate, I thought that was a very, very decent interview. Great stuff, Game Radar. Props to them. Let me turn my music back on so it's not just my monotone voice. There we go. But yeah, there's a lot of talk, there's a lot of hype about it at the moment in time. Yes, it is kind of shitty that there's no Chaos Forces apparently launching with it. Maybe that will change in the future. No idea, but apparently there's not going to be anyone like day one DLC. That's coming from the developers, apparently. There is going to be no Iron Cage scenario. Some people hate it. Do you know what? Actually, I'll jump over to the Reddit post that I saw today. This is what I was reading today. People already seething. I already see a lot of people talking about unit size prematurely. I believe this is caused by most people who don't know Warhammer 40k and see the console inclusion. Yeah, mate, that's what I keep saying as well. A lot of people keep saying that this is going to be a dead-on-arrival game because it's designed for consoles as well, which is going to limit the PC players. Will that be a thing? Yeah, Space Marine chapters have 1,000 Marines per chapter. This is a reflection, well, kind of, not always. This is a reflection of the gameplay with around 5 Marines per unit. People are instead taking this as smaller battles. Well, mate, the thing is, the Space Marines are always going to be represented as the smaller faction on the battlefields. Because if you have 1,000 Space Marines turn up, you got to lose. So I think one of the advantages to Space Marines is you're really durable, but there's not a lot of you. One of the things with Guard is that you're not durable, but there's a shit ton of you. And the Orcs are kind of like in between, maybe. Do you know what I mean? Sorry, I'll turn the donations back on. Thanks, Cuba. For Fantasy, they did Chaos as a pre-order bonus DLC. Yeah, I don't think they... I honestly don't think they're going to do that this time around. Hopefully I'm wrong, because I want Chaos in there. Lehman Russ spam all day. All the tanks. Mate, you don't want Lehman Russ tanks when you get Rogel Dawn tanks. Beta, Lehman Russ, Chad Rogel Dawn tank. You know what to do. Please, is a 40k will sell like lube at Valfest. Mate, Iraz, mate. I'm gonna say this now. You can clip it, you can write it down. If I'm wrong, right? You can start throwing your tomatoes at me. This is gonna be the biggest selling 40k digital game. It's going to eclipse Space Marine 2. And that's not me giving shit to Space Marine 2. That's a great game. But this is going to go to the next level. The next level. Zero chance it beats SM2. I think it is. I think it's already beat it. Normies don't play RTS. We'll see. Especially when it's going to PS5 and Xbox. Massive potential then in selling to the market. I wonder if we get the search campaign map for Space King. God damn it. Cult Rap. SM3 may eclipse Total War, but I'm just saying right now, I think this is going to be the biggest 40k game they've ever done. It's on Xbox and PS5, yes. I have no idea how that's going to work.
Total War 40k or Dawn of War 4?
I hate that you have to choose this already. Can I just say, why not give both? Why can't we have both of them? What's this big debate of, are you Dawn of War 4 or Total War 40k? I'm getting both of them. And I'm going to enjoy both of them. They're both different games. Will it be cross-platform? No idea. Hopefully not. I don't want to play with console players. They're filthy. Cult Rap, none of my friends who played SM2 will get this game because SM2 was approachable for newbies. Oh, well, how do you haven't played this game? How do you know how approachable it is? Doubt both will be good. Bill, are you still accusing me of banning you in chat? This guy. Is it coming out next year? Is what coming out next year? Oh, this game? No idea. That's a theory, but it's just a theory at this point. It'll get both either way. Still rocking Dawn of War 1. I'm Dawn of War, Total War 40k. This guy. It's action game versus strategy game. That's different, yes. Total War will be easy to pick up and play. It has been. I bet it's going to be like Empire of War. I've never played Empire of War, so I don't really know. Right?
Do we know if there are units specific to the Space Marine chapters like Wolf Guard or Sanguinary Guard?
The only thing they've said is that it's going to be fully customizable. I don't think they're going to be in it at the start because that is a way to milk you for more money. If I was a logical person,
The
they're
difference between
not going to be there.
TW and DAO is that TW is very sandboxy and DAO is story-based, much like Halo Wars.
Exactly, yeah. Exactly. Again, they're two different games. I think they're both going to be good games. Again, right now, well, I hope they're going to be good games. At the end of the day, I just want a fun 40k game. You want a fun 40k game. I want a game that we can all play together. We can all enjoy. That's all I want as a 40k fan. I want something that's fucking good. I didn't care about the drama. I just want to talk about 40k. I don't care about the drama. Drama's for losers. Drama's for... But we have to address it because it is a part of what's going on at the moment. I think it's just some people who are just salty. It's just... There's salty people out there. It always happens. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. But it is what it is at the end of the day. That's all it is. Valid. I'm not feeling them. What I will say, there is a... Talking of Reddit, since the Vindications happened, this popped up, and this did make me laugh, right? Okay, I'll say it. I don't know who Valrak is, and at this point, I'm afraid to ask. This is over on the R40k forum. Someone linked me this in Discord, and I was laughing at some of the replies. There's a guy in this thread who claims to know my sources, when even I don't know who my sources are. I guess his uncle does work for Games Workshop. The first one is, he's a loud British streamer who is at least one inside source for upcoming 40k releases, tend to have a very high prediction ratio, although some things took years to be revealed, right? Vindication rack. He's been talking about Total War 4K for a long time. Yesterday was a day of vindication for him. As someone, this is the guy. As someone who has an actual source, mate, if anyone comes out and says, I have an actual source, 9 times out of 10, they are taking a dick in their mouth, right? They're full of it.
It was me that linked it.
Therefore, was it you, Valkyrie? Anyone who says, well, I do have a source, straight away, the red flags are there. And mate, this guy goes on to say, most people that used to feed Valrak stop now. So now all he really has is one-off leaks that were already out months before he talked about them. Really? That's really interesting. Because the amount of fucking stuff. This guy absolutely knows nothing. Absolutely knows nothing. I think the only sauce this guy's got is salad cream. And he's putting it on his toast. Mate, he doesn't know what day it is. Again, mate, I love to see posts like this because people really have lost their fucking mind. They've lost their mind. Like with the Heresy 3.0 leaks, he tried to claim them when those leaks came out months before he talked about them. I will stand on a hill and say I was the first person to talk about Saturnine Dreadnoughts, Saturnine Terminators, and I was pulled through the mud. Actually on Reddit because of it. No one else was talking about that. No one else was. Which makes me laugh even more. It gets even funnier because he said here, right, I don't know the full story, but higher level employees hate him, which, again, they probably do. I'm not arguing against that. Basic gist is that some of his leaks screwed up the marketing campaigns and messed with the fundings of those branches.
I think your source is
Sure.
GW. Industry plant.
Firstly, there's a difference between a leak and a rumor. Okay? When things leak, that does mess it up. But I've never leaked anything. Leaks do happen, but it never came from me. I tell you what did leak online. The Horus Heresy box set. Why did that leak? Someone literally stole it from the Georgia mailing hub and posted it on Facebook to sell. That wasn't me, mate. That wasn't me. My source is the one who got annoyed and told him about their bonuses sucking this year, which I know is an absolute false statement, because the video I put out a week ago It was a Twitter post. No one told me about anything. This guy is literally making it up as he goes along. Mate, this is why I said, let me butt in on this because I have no idea what you're talking about. I literally did a video talking about the pay raise because someone posted it on Twitter. No source was involved. I literally have the video showing off I literally have the video showing off the Twitter post and me going, I wonder if this is true or not. If it is true, then that's dog shit. If it's not true, then it is what it is. Some people say that's a lot of bullshit to him. Our big boss at GW really pulling the reins of leaking across the company. Mate, it's so funny how people just jump onto lies. Lies. Mate, by the way, I'm not like offended by this. I come across this on a daily basis. If anything, this is funny to me, right? This has been hilariously funny to me. I reckon it's Thomas. It's definitely Thomas. Mate, there's more posts in here. I actually posted in here. Well, I posted that one. Mate, I've liked some ones. He who serves the fifth Chaos God, the foiled one. Mate, I love that. Mate, this is amazing. He's British. He's a British 40k streamer who actually can't speak English. It's true. It's 100%. He's a scammer. He'll steal your identity and empty your bank account. Also true. Yeah, definitely true. This is one I pop out my hairline. Valrak's a YouTuber, gets plenty of leak information. He's very enthusiastic and has nice things about the internet. You can't opt for views of videos, blah, blah, blah. Mate, someone with a logical approach. He's annoying. 5-minute, 20-minute videos a week, all about the same half-sentence leak. Well, people like to hear about the same half-sentence stuff. I don't want to keep coming back. I guess people like half sentences. Unable to speak English is true. Besides, he has an insider, so he has very high prediction rate, so he has something coming that is likely correct. Unless it's a Black Temple Ancient. 4 years later, he finally got it right. Listen, it was all part of the plan, right? That was my master plan. Mate, this guy says literally. I fucking love it. YouTuber, loud, obnoxious, can't stand him being fed inside info, isn't cool. I think we found the head of marketing's alt account. I don't think I'm that loud. I am obnoxious, right? I'll give you that. I'm very obnoxious. But at the end of the day, that's what makes me better than you. That's not my problem. That's a you problem. That's what makes me the most humblest guy. Mate, someone actually did accuse me of saying I talk slow. Bloody hell. Redditors. Mate, Redditors are... Mate, well, it's Reddit, right? Mate, it's Reddit. The thing with Reddit... Yeah, someone said, what's the thread? Mate, I'll post a thread here for you guys. There you go. You can go and visit yourself.
Well. Now what am I going to do with the 200 kilograms of tomatoes I bought?
Firstly,
Tomato
Josh,
emoji.
you give 10 members because that's what you owe. That's what you owe. I like Reddit. Well, you're a grey name, Elliot, so that makes sense. They meant you talk like you're slow in the head. Well, that's not true. Not loud, I can hear you in Cheshire with an iPad volume down. This fucking guy, get out of here. It's our choice to be here and support you. I know it is. Again, I love seeing threads like that because people lose their fucking minds. And when you sit back at the end of the day and you look at this as like the big picture, it's a game about plastic toys.
You give Americans a run for their money with you, loud voice.
Well, do you know, my family was in the colonies before you betrayed us all. You know, you are all traitors. Keyboard hardman, mate, I love it. I'm here against my will. Good. When you visit Florida, Georgia complains about the noise. Georgia. No, 5 members doesn't go back on your word, Valrak. All right, 5 members. Okay, sorry. 5 members, not 10. Game Rayo definitely started that thread because you talking people about his dog fetish. Definitely, mate, that's definitely Game Ray's alt account. I told myself I won't come to this stream tonight. Obnoxious Rack. Well, Johnny. It's time to pay the Pied Piper. Mate, it's true. If you don't have haters, you're doing something wrong. I love it. I love it. I absolutely love it. Who's stronger, Celestine?
Who's stronger, Celestine or Ephrael Stern?
Celestine. I don't think there's even a debate on that, right? Is there a debate on it? I don't think there's any debate on that, mate. It's Celestine hands down. Hands down. You right?
Tory. Switch the tomatoes to tar and feathers. Has a crownie. A loyalist to Big Fat George.
Long live King George, right? You Americans were the wrongs. You were in the wrong. All jokes aside, Total War looks sick. Mate, it does, Johnny. It looks amazing. One is a living sight. One's got, like, basically wings. But, Val, can you explain the Blueberry GW promoting the same time? Mate, I have no idea. I honestly, the only thing I can think of when it comes to this Ultramarine stuff is that they're going to get some type of codex or there's going to be an announcement on Christmas Day. And it's building up to everything. Did you see the Total War dev interview? We just went through it, mate. We just sat through it. I've got another interview coming out tomorrow from another place, a German interview, which has got a lot of good information in it. I got a membership thanks to the Emperor, the one who gave me the memberships. No worries, TC, mate. Welcome back. I appreciate you. But now you just outed yourself in chat. If you've been gifted a membership, you have to gift one forward. I don't make the rules. Chat makes them. I just have to enforce them. Total War looks so good. It looks, again, from the footage that we've got, it looks good to me. But we don't go jumping in with 2 feet. Let's just wait to see we get more, boys. Okay, let's just wait. CGI trailer, great. Footage looks great. Let's just wait. Let's just wait. How many people are going to pre-order it day one? Because I know some of you sluts are going to do this. How many people are going to do it? Get down, Valrak. Get down. TC, mate. I was only kidding. Oh, mate. I'm sorry, dude. I feel bad now. Thanks, dude. I appreciate you. Thanks, TC. Mate, what absolute legend you are. I'm pre-ordering for sure. Yeah. Sluts assemble. I would have pre-ordered it, but my gameplay demo convinces me not to. You are for me. No, I'm not doing anything for you. I don't have the time to play games. I'll just wait and watch you play while I work. Oh, Sky, that sucks. I'm sorry, dude. He'll just ask for the code. I bet you will, Game Riot. Mate, get me one as well while you're at it. I'd rather pre-order than support a fist. God damn
Depends on price for a pre-order.
It's hard to get excited. Atham scared. What's Atham? I don't even know what that is. Our choice to be here must be a new guy for long subscribers like me. Like, this is like a marriage that you invested too much time and can't be bothered to hassle to get a divorce. I get it, mate. I do get it. I hope to get to collector's edition. What do you think the collector's edition's got to be, mate? That's a really good point, right? Right? That's a really good point. That's a really good point. Mate, I think I've anchored someone again.
Requisitions arrive. The heretics will burn.
Second chance chat. 250 follows.
Titus model.
Wheeleek Cavalry 2.
God damn it. How many followers are we away from it? How many followers are we away? Other plastic Warhound Titan. What, for Legion Imperialis? Okay, mate. That's yours. Will there be a pre-order DLC? Answer no. More details about the pre-order bonuses will be revealed later in 2026. Mate, yeah, there's a... Again, we are just on the cusp of this announcement now, right? We've just had it. We all love it. There's so much more stuff to come. We need 30 more followers. If we get more followers on the Instagram, I'll show off another one of the cavalry guys. It's up to you guys to do it. 30 more followers. 30. Follow the Instagram account. It's right there. Oh, hello, you. What are you doing? Come here. What are you doing down there? Oh, he's a good boy. I agree, there's probably other YouTubers out there, slimmer, younger, more appreciative. But at the end of the day, they are probably equally disappointed. And it's better the devil you know this guy. I fucking hate you. Mate, this guy is raging. This guy is raging on Reddit. Go back to your clickbait, Blood Angels in the new edition starter box set for next year again, question mark. I'm just going to give him a little smiley face. I'm just going to give him a little cheeky smiley face. Right? Right? A little cheeky smiley face. I love it. You're that popular. Evening. It's good to see the love for 40k, really. I haven't made an Instagram. I haven't made an Instagram for beautiful women. I'm not doing it for plastic. Magic, do it. Do it right now.
Deserves treats.
He does deserve. Mate, he gets enough treats, a fat little bastard. Ask him about whether Fulgrim is. God damn it. A cheeky smiling face. Mate, it's been. Can we all just agree to disagree that it's been a great week for reveals. I don't know what's coming next week. It's probably more fucking bollocks. But mate, I've massively enjoyed it. I've absolutely massively enjoyed it, and I can't wait to see where we go from here now. Mate, it's been a lot of fun streams. It's been a hell of a lot of fun streams. It really has. The hype, the predictions, the back and forth, the banter, and this week just topped it all off. Any week we get a Warhammer CGI video. Well, right, so another talking point I want to talk about is the Amazon stuff. Do you think we're going to get more of the Amazon stuff this month? Again, one of the rumors was it was going to be shown off at the Game Awards. That didn't happen. Again, rumors are rumors. Do you think we're going to get some type of announcement this month? Yeah, mate. So the guy who came out and announced the game, he had an Inquisitional t-shirt on, which made me think about some Amazon. Potentially, could he be involved in something Amazon there? For those people who don't know, he posted, I think it was, so he used to be married to someone called Lily Allen. He's not with her anymore. But she posted on one of her stories once that he was painting Black Templars. So Black Templars seem to be his armor. So, yeah. Mate, last night was legendary. About leaking more stuff again. Reckon they'll eventually add some other guard regiments. Yes, mate. I'm not just saying this to get people mad or anything. I'm not. They're going to milk this game for everything it's worth. I don't know how much it's going to be. I'm hoping it's going to be good content. How did the meeting go today, mate? It went great, mate. It went great. They should sell it as long as it's good. Yeah, perhaps don't touch on the Lily Allen stuff. Mate, I have no idea why they broke up. I know they just broke up. But I remember she posted a picture of him and he was painting Black Templars because I got spammed it. It's promising they're encouraging modding too. Any content we don't get will eventually be added with mods. Mate, that's great. Mate, anyone who gives me the right to download mods or allows mods into their game, I'm always going to support. Mate, have you seen the mods you can get for Space Marine 2? It makes the game an amazing game.
I thought Amazon was going to put out a scissor reel of upcoming project sneak peeks.
Me too, mate.
Disappointed they didn't.
Me too. Me too. Again, maybe next week, by the end of this month, we'll have something more. The only thing that makes me think maybe not, right, is... what could they show off? What could they announce that they haven't already announced? Heard anything the Titus pre-orders? So this Sunday, it's supposed to be the Horus Heresy box set. Any Dark Angel stuffs? Not really, mate, no. Henry hasn't answered me yet. I know he's read the message. He's probably just busy to get back to me. I'm sure he'll get back to me soon, right? We are really good friends. We're close friends, right? Very close. Which box set? It's do you know the new Terminator one? The Terminators, the boarding guys, and the Leviathan Dreadnought. Was it called like Siege Cohort or something? Yeah, that one. That was painted as like Iron Warriors. So what do I want for Christmas? As long as I'm surrounded by my kids and my family, that's enough Christmas for me. I don't care about presents anymore. I'm grown up now. I'm nearly 40, right? I'm a big boy. I'm a big boy. Right, on that note, boys, I'm going to jump off. I'm going to go spend some time with my family. It's weekend. The weekend is upon us. Thanks for everyone for coming. Thanks for watching. Ah, shit. I'll have to do member models tomorrow, right? I'll lock it because April just texted me and said my food's ready. Listen, I forgot about the interview, right? I will do... God fucking damn it. I'm never gonna... I will lock it right now. It's locked. And I'll do it tomorrow. Tell April to do one. These guys. Mate, you wouldn't dare say it to her face. She would absolutely knock your teeth out. Saturday member models. That's what we're doing. Right, everyone, have a great night. I love you all. You're all amazing. Keep your tomatoes and shove them up your ass. I was right and you were wrong.